Слава Україні!
Героям слава! Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Українці борються не тільки за себе, але й за свої нації.
Слава Україні! Героям слава!
We'd like to thank everyone for showing up and demonstrating the diaspora's continued support of Ukraine on its 1,000th day of defending its territory after the full-scale invasion. For many people around the world, Ukraine has become simply an issue, a bother, an affair. But we have gathered here today to remind our brothers and sisters in Ukraine that they are not just a bother, an issue, or an affair. We continue to stand with them on their 1,000th day of gritted hope, on their 1,000th day of exhausted resilience, on their 1,000th day of floating in uncertainty. We are here to remind the world that Ukraine continues to fight for humanity, even while those who debate her worthiness continue to disregard how quickly their alarm clocks in offices can be substituted with sirens and bomb shelters. We are here to remind everyone that Ukrainians are not an abstraction. We are real people with average lives, making daily sacrifices to fight for the freedom we deserve.
Слава Україні!
Indigenous.
Next, I'd like to welcome Honourable Arif Virani, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada and MP of Parkdale High Park, along with James Maloney, MP of Etobicoke Lakeshore, Yvan Baker, MP of Etobicoke Centre.
Good afternoon. My name is James Maloney. I'm honored to be here with my colleagues, Minister Arif Virani, Yvan Baker, and Don Stewart from the official opposition. We are here because on Tuesday it marks 1,000 days. 998 days ago, Putin didn't understand the resolve of the Ukrainian people. He didn't think it would be 1,000 days. He thought he'd be standing in Kyiv in 10 days. He didn't understand it then, and he doesn't understand it now. I'm proud to be part of a government that has supported Ukraine unequivocally. I'm standing here with my colleague, Minister Arif Virani. He sits around our cabinet table with every single minister who is 100% committed to supporting Ukraine. And we will continue to do that and stand with Ukraine until victory on Ukraine's terms.
Добрий день. It is an honor to be here, but it is a somber experience being here today. As we stand in front of you, in front of a sign that says 1,000 days, pray for Ukraine, what I want everyone to do is keep Ukraine in their thoughts. What I think about on this day is those very early days, that very first week, when a man not much larger in stature than me, the president of Ukraine, said, "I don't need a ride, what I need is ammunition." President Volodymyr Zelensky in that one moment showed his resolve. But in the last 1,000 days, Ukrainians, the brave men and women who serve Ukraine, who fight for Ukraine, have shown the world what Ukrainians are made of, their strength, their courage, and their resilience. And I think about that. I'm not a native speaker like Yvan, who is sometimes my tutor. But when we say Slava Ukraini, you respond? But it is those heroes that you are paying homage to, and it is those heroes that we are here for today. So yes, it is somber, and yes, we hold candles because we remember the lives that have been forsaken. But I think it is important what James was saying, because around the cabinet table, we talk about the resolve for Ukraine. We talk about the importance of supporting Ukraine militarily. We talk about humanitarian aid. We talk about opening Canada's doors to Ukrainians who want safe haven temporarily here. We talk about economic support. When we say Slava Ukraini, we mean it. Дуже дякую.
Слава Ісусу Христу! Слава Україні! Ladies and gentlemen, I want to first of all thank all of you for being here in such large numbers. This is 1,000 days of Ukrainians fighting, but for 1,000 days and longer, all of you and many others have been at events like this, at rallies like this, fundraising, donating, doing all that you can to support Ukraine, and I thank you for that. Tuesday marks 1,000 days from the time that Russia began, Putin began, the further brutal invasion of Ukraine. Our government has said that Canada will stand with the Ukrainian people until they win. That victory is the only option. And victory is the only option for Ukraine, but it's also the only option for Canada. Because Ukraine's victory is essential to Canada's security, to our security. If Russia wins, it will not stop at Ukraine. How do I know that? Because Putin has said so, time and time again. So if Russia wins, Putin will not stop at Ukraine. And then it'll be us. It'll be Canadians, it'll be Americans, it'll be Europeans who will be defending ourselves against Russian aggression. Whether it's in NATO in Europe, whether it's in the Canadian Arctic, or whether it's somewhere else. So Ukraine's victory is vital to Canada's security. Every Ukrainian soldier that's fighting today is therefore one less Canadian who will have to fight in the future. And every dollar we spend today is millions of dollars less that we will have to spend in the future, Canadians will have to spend in the future to defend our own security and our own sovereignty and our own economy. Our government understands this, and that is why Canada has been a leading country in supporting Ukraine. Canada has now provided $20 billion in support to Ukraine. Most of that is military, financial, and humanitarian aid and more. But frankly, it won't be enough until Ukraine wins, until it achieves that decisive victory. And the three of us and others, our government, will continue to work until we achieve that goal. Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini!
Next, I'd like to introduce newly elected Don Stewart, Conservative MP for Toronto St. Paul's.
On behalf of His Majesty's loyal opposition and the Conservative Party of Canada, I want to send my warmest greetings to everyone gathered to mark this solemn date. For 1,000 days, Ukraine has lived through events that echo the horrors of the 20th century. Once peaceful cities like Odessa, Dnipro, Kharkiv have seen their innocent citizens killed and injured. Whole communities have been destroyed or occupied, and millions of Ukrainians have found themselves living far from home. At the same time, the entire world has witnessed the courage and the resilience of Ukrainian people in the face of Putin's full-scale invasion. The dedication of Ukraine's warriors and of civilians to support them in numerous ways is a testament to their nation's deep pride and patriotism. In the turbulent days of 2014, when the Russian Federation's illegal war began, Prime Minister Stephen Harper took a firm and principled stand in defense of Ukrainian sovereignty. Today, the Conservative Party of Canada is proud to carry on this legacy. We will continue to fight to hold our government accountable and to ensure that Ukraine gets the weapons and equipment that they need. Together with my colleagues, I stand in solidarity with those gathering in Toronto today. May the memory of all those killed by Moscow's aggression be eternal. And together, may we work toward a brighter and more peaceful future for both our countries. Slava Ukraini!
Please donate for Ukraine. Please donate for Ukraine. Please donate for Ukraine. Please donate for Ukraine.
Мітинг закінчився.
України ні слава, ні воля, ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці. Запануємо ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького